insert drink, and hit play. Hey guys, what's up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You are tuned in to an episode of A Shot of, and we are doing a shot of Rambo, Last Blood. You have John Daniels here. I have my counterpart with me.
The Right Honorable Javier Ian Marcellus Ignatius II.
Yes, Jimmy, a.k.a. Jimmy for short. And normally we have Johnny Walker with us. However, he has yet again tuned out because he hasn't seen this movie, unfortunately, just yet.
Yeah, we're not sure what he's doing with his time, but he's not going to the movies as he should be.
He's either blacked out drunk or he's doing something productive in life. I don't know.
Or been thrown out of the movie theater.
Yes, for being blacked out drunk. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. So what we're going to do for you on this one, we're going to talk about Rambo Last Blood, which I know this came out some time ago. I think it was September 19th, maybe?
19th, 20th?
Something around there. It's been out for a while, and normally we would do this much quicker, but we're playing catch up. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about it. We just saw it last weekend, and Javier, I'm going to just play the trailer here in the background. Any initial thoughts?
I thought of it. It followed along the same vein as Rambo 4. I mean, it was a similar thing, different setting. A little bit more domestic, I guess you would say. But it's always the same thing. He always has to go back for a girl, whatever movie he's in, apparently. Well, 3 out of the movies. I think 1 and 3 he didn't actually have to, but for 2, 4 and 5,
yeah, two where he was in Vietnam, right?
There was a woman involved.
He became close to a girl,
right?
A woman, and
then Rambo 4.
Rambo 4, Julie Benz, right, who he went after, the missionary girl,
right,
to go rescue her because she had been taken prisoner by Burmese pirates in 4.
And now here, this one, it's his niece who's apparently been kidnapped by traffickers.
So his niece, right? It's basically he was taken in, or he became very close to this one family where they considered him basically an uncle.
Right.
And I don't think it's his blood niece.
I don't know if they ever really clarify that, but for all intents and purposes, she is.
It's as close a family as he's ever known.
It's a very paternal relationship. Yeah, it's a familiar family relationship for him.
Right.
It's as close as he gets to a family.
Yeah, and the whole story is this girl, his niece, and you can see it in the trailers, guys. There's pretty much not going to be too many spoiler alerts, but this niece gets kidnapped, and he goes out and takes vengeance on the kidnappers from Mexico. And in the trailer here, it's showing him basically in a mini war zone battle against like this Mexican cartel.
Rambo in his natural habitat.
Right.
In battle. Right. Covered in blood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm just going to keep replaying this trailer just to see if we catch any scenes that we remember. I don't know. Javier, this film felt like Mortal Kombat, like in Rambo zone. I mean, this thing was like...
Right, well, continuing the vein from the 4th one, is bloody and violent, nasty kills in there, which was nice. I mean, nice touch. It's, I guess, fun to watch, especially if you watch horror movies or like that sort of thing. I mean, it's nice to see the violence be like a little more bloody, a little more realistic than, say, like your PG-13 movies where someone gets shot and there's no blood. This is not afraid to show you the consequences of that. And part of it's... The thing is, I mean, part of it's meant to horrify you, part of it's meant to also just... shock you.
Now, I think
that's kind of one of the themes of violence that's present through the film.
Regarding the horrifying aspect, I think a lot of it has to do with just the tone and the level of impact when you're looking at John Wick movies. I mean, John Wick, that's just straight up raw fighting, and I mean, even in the 3rd John Wick, you see like knives going through eyes. Shots. You shot any body part, eye, nose, head, toe, everything, right? Everything away. So I think they kind of took some cues from that, saying, "Okay, we know where this is going. We know where we know that.
We know what you expect."
Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
As this franchise, you have certain expectations. You expect someone's going to get messed up. It always happens. I think it's just kind of followed along with that, and then did get more of the same, just a little bit, maybe a little more over the top. Kind of a darker tone, but it's nice that they didn't shy away from that, because I think part of it is the way the violence has impacted him, and one of the recurring themes throughout the entire franchise has been sort of like a PTSD thing going on.
He's got some serious like trauma, rightfully so though.
Been traumatized since Vietnam.
Yeah. It's funny. I'm trying to find like a significant current controversy. I can't map anything. I know we just did Joker, a shot of Joker last week, and I referenced the inciting violence type thing, the shootings in movie theater type thing. I can't think of anything that would be like this thing's not on the forefront of all kinds of forums today because of some controversy. The closest thing I can think of is, okay, the Mexican march is coming into the country. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
Right, the whole border town issue.
Yeah, the whole border town, and you can there's scenes in this movie where he crosses the border, then you have the border agents, and then you have the cartel coming through the other side of the border, like on some unknown road or something, I think, where they,
Yeah. We're just kind of crossing the border legally or illegally, and that's the closest you could draw to the controversy.
But, yeah, and even then, I don't think that...
But the good guys and bad guys are so clearly defined, as with any Rambo movie, usually.
Oh, yeah.
That you can kind of tell who to root for and who not to.
Yeah. There's no, I don't think there's any blended feeling of, these poor Mexican cartel guys,
they're not economic migrants.
Yeah. Right. So it's like I said, I don't think there really is any controversy behind this movie, except my own personal controversy and question of the revenues. Just to kind of go into that real quick. Let's see here. It had a production budget of $50 million, and according to Box Office Mojo, domestically it pulled in $43 million, which is a little shy.
It's a bit weak. Yeah.
It's a bit weak. Now internationally though, it did pull in $24 million. So totaling right around 68 worldwide, including domestic sales. So 68 against a $50 million budget. Not great. Yeah, not great. I don't know. Maybe it could pull in. I think it's still in the movies right now, so it could pull in just a couple more
million, but I mean, it's pretty much on its way out.
Yeah.
As we all know, Joker's dominating the.
There's so many other things.
Right
there's so many other things. Unfortunately, this came out right around the same time as It Chapter 2 and Joker, which I have to tell you right now is heavy competition. It doesn't even matter if you care about the genre, non-genre, whatever. I mean, people are in the movies to go see Joker right now.
It's the movie of the moment now.
Yeah, like literally.
Even the fact we're talking about Rambo, we're still somehow talking about Joker.
Yeah, right. We're talking about Joker right now, even though we're not even talking about Joker. But yeah, so it's heavy competition.
Get back to Rambo here.
Yeah.
I think it's just, thematically, it kind of puts a cap on it. It's the end result of this is Rambo can never stop being Rambo. Even if he tries to get a measure of peace, he's always going to end up coming back to this bloody warfare. No matter where he goes, it follows him home because it's just part of who he is now.
It just continuously follows him. Right. And it's so funny. In part of the sequence in Rambo Last Blood, they actually show snippets of the first 4 movies.
Right. The montage is tracking Rambo's career.
Basically like a summary of, okay, this is how it started, this is who he was, this is who he is, and this is how it's pretty much going to end. I think this was a capstone movie for him.
Right.
I mean, he's up there. I don't know how many.
I don't think he's got another one in him, honestly.
I don't know. Okay, so what, Rambo number 4 came out in 2008, so it's been 11 years since. 11 years from now, I don't know if he'll be able to pull another one.
Right, yeah. So this is kind of like every story has to end, and this is how it happens to end, more or less.
Yeah, this is his tale. Right?
Rambo. And like I said, it's not a whole lot to be said. It's a Rambo movie, so you kind of know what to expect, and you get that. It's
violence, gore, and just I think this one has probably the most explicit kill scenes out of any of the 5 Rambo films. I mean, it's just it's almost over the top, like, okay, we're gonna chop you to bits and pieces type thing, which is cool.
Right. As you can see from the trailer here, maybe there's a little bit of trench warfare going on. They're fighting in tunnels, some nasty booby traps floating around, so there's some pretty
you see a choking scene here in one of them, and you see him also with a machete going in a slicing motion, so you already know what you're getting into.
Right.
It's funny. The friend that we were with, she said that she got a headache after seeing one of the decapitation scenes, like literally. I think it was mid-movie almost, and she was like, I got a headache right then and there. I guess she couldn't take it because it was pretty gory.
It's, just ultra violence.
Yeah. So
there's a whole lot more to be said about it. I mean, it's a Rambo movie. There's some violence. Stallone's pretty much done with this, I would say.
This is the last one. I think this is the last one. Not that it's bad. I'm just saying it's probably the capstone movie for this franchise.
Just kind of like the ending of it.
I mean, they even have scenes of him in the trailer, guys. We're not doing any spoilers really here, but in the trailer, you can see him basically in a rocking chair.
Right.
Reminiscent of
This is who I am.
Yeah,
Blood's falling
older
everywhere.
guy just kind of taking it easy, just on the open ranch kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
still cool, but
Right.
you just see where
Actually,
it's
I
going.
recommend it. If you get the chance while you happen to hear this, check it out. You may not hear this. If you do, just check it out on video. It's definitely worth a watch.
Dude, check it out in the movies.
Right. Well,
It's still out there.
for now. I mean, not much longer, given that it's already been out for a few weeks and it's pretty much run its race financially.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Well,
It's too bad, but
I'm trying to think here. I mean, I guess out. So I mean, how would you rank this, Javier? Do you remember the first three? I remember 1 and 2 pretty clearly.
Right.
3 is
kind of
that where he is
forgettable.
in? He's in Afghanistan,
right?
I don't really remember that one, but 4 is like, I think when we did our podcast on that one, I think I gave that a 9 out of 10 because it was just so crazy,
Right. Partly for
so
being
nuts.
partly for being a comeback, partly for being like a return to form.
Yeah, just a mix of things.
How you expect Rambo to be.
Right.
I don't know. It's probably somewhere below that, but I'd probably still rank it above 3. So if I were to rank the franchise,
Yeah, within the franchise, what would you the order of the movies?
Okay, in the franchise, I'd probably actually put number 3 at the bottom. Let's see.
Yeah, I think so for me too.
It'd go 3, 5, 4, and then it's a toss up. Depending on my mood, it'd be 1 and 2 or 2 and 1.
So your top 2 would be 1 or 2, 2 or 1,
Right.
then 4
right,
as a third one,
right,
and then what
then
would be
then 5 here,
then 5.
and then finally 3 because that was so forgettable. Say what you will about this movie, it's not necessarily easily forgettable, just because it makes the effort to give you an impact on the screen. 3, I barely remember that movie at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh man, it's so hard for me. Yeah. If I had to rank the franchise, I know 1 is just amazing, right? As far as the background story and everything. It just, again, we have 5 total Rambo movies because of the first one.
Right.
So, oh man, it is, for me, it's a coin toss between 1 and 4. Simply because of some of the war scenes, some of the action scenes in 4, the shooting sequences. I would hate to say that I would pick a 4th film over an original film, since I'm usually on the original film's side when I'm ranking these franchises.
Right.
But it would be tough for me. Okay, so you're 1 or 2, 2 or 1, then you're number 4, then you're number 5, Last Blood, and then your final selection would be number 3.
Yeah, that's about the size of it.
Okay. All right, let me go real quick. So I would probably pick, oh man, damn, it's tough. I enjoy 4 so much, it's ridiculous. I mean, it is insane how much I enjoy it.
Right.
I would probably say 4 is my favorite, again, simply because of straight action, crazy, raw, like kill scenes. 4, then 1, then 2, and then my 4th selection would be Rambo 5 Last Blood, and then my 5th selection would be Rambo 3. Similar for same reason as you. I kind of just don't even remember it. I don't even think it's that memorable, right? It's just, yeah.
It's just Rambo in Afghanistan, and
Is that where he's in the opening scene where he's fighting some dude with like nunchucks or wooden sticks or something? There's some like brawl or something going on.
The fact that we can't remember just
it
tells you all you need to know.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's about the size of it. So, given the opportunity to go out and see this, it's a Rambo movie.
It's a Rambo movie,
So-
and a Rambo fan, has to go see it. Just due to being,
So you know what you're
Rambo.
getting.
Right.
Doesn't disappoint that way.
Yeah.
It's just, I think part of the problem is it just like, unlike say Rambo 2, it doesn't, or even Rambo 4, it doesn't really capture like the moment. It's just more Rambo doing Rambo things.
It's Rambo being Rambo in a Rambo movie.
Right.
Honestly.
Yeah. But say like First Blood Part 2 really captured the imagination of the country, because there was still that thing going on at the time of the non-return Vietnam veterans and the possibility that some people may have been left behind during the Vietnam War and never accounted for. And that was part of the national psyche. So
When did that come? Was that in the
that was 85,
80s?
I believe.
That was still in the 80s, right?
Right. It'd been about maybe 10 years after the end of the Vietnam War, but that was still in the national consciousness.
Yeah.
This idea that there may have been soldiers left behind, never claimed or cared
Yeah.
for by their American brothers in arms, that really upset a lot of people. I mean, you still see the bumper stickers to this day, like the KIA, MIA, not forgotten.
Yeah. Absolutely.
so-
Yeah.
So the public kind of wanted that, like a resolution to that in some story form. And that's why I think 2 caught on so well, because it kind of provided that sort of closure.
Sure.
for an American public. And then 4 is just Rambo coming back again. I think
4 was amazing, guys.
Right.
Everybody, it was just ridiculous.
Right.
I mean, it was a cool story, and then the fighting scenes were insane.
Right. And I think that captured a little bit of it. Just, I think the public needed a little escapism when the recession was hitting. So it was nice to think about something a little simpler where it's just good guys, bad guys, and you kill them.
Right.
And that, like I said, 2008, the Great Recession.
That was when when the recession hit.
So you needed some escapism.
You need something, yeah,
Right.
something kind of
I think
fantasy-ish.
right. Dude, just out of the routine of my tanking 401k or whatever. And,
All right. What would you if you had to rate Rambo 5: Last Blood? What would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
like I said, usually I reserve the right to rank these. I think I did for Joker as well.
You do, yeah. You don't rank these. I don't know.
Not
why
immediately.
I don't know why you don't rank these. I mean, you've seen the movie.
I've seen him, but I gotta think about it. Let it
You gotta
percolate.
digest it. You gotta
gotta
research
work its way,
it. You gotta
yeah.
let it sink in. You gotta maybe watch it a second time or
I've got
whatever.
100 years of cinema to compare it to and contrast with. So it takes a while to rank it. I may watch it again before I rank it. So, you watch it a second time, you catch a few more things, maybe notice a few more details.
Right.
And so you get your initial evaluation when you see it in the theater, but then you go back and you can watch it on Blu-ray or 4K or what have you.
Yeah.
You can go back, you can pick it apart, look at it better, and get a better idea of what's going on. I mean, so there's actually really 2 rankings. There's the immediate in-your-face first impression, then there's a considered opinion. I tend to err on the side of caution and want a considered opinion, so I wait till I can take a look and evaluate it and think about it some.
Yeah.
And see how everyone else has ranked it.
Right. All right, Javier, we are coming up on we're actually over our 15-minute mark here, but before we finish up, I'll go ahead and rank it. I did give a ranking on the last A Shot Of, even though I had only seen the movie one time. But for A Shot Of Rambo 5: Last Blood, I would rank it. Now, just to give some context here, I gave Rambo 4 a 9 out of 10 due to its insaneness. This one, I will give a solid 7 out of 10. Again, any Rambo fan needs to see it. Any fan of just kill scenes, action, guns, knives, machetes, right? Needs to see it. Do you want to pre-order the 4K disc special edition? I'm not sure about that. But it's definitely worth the effort to go check it out, whether it's video on demand, whether it's catching it before it gets out of the movies, or whether just, hey, maybe you want to get it on Blu-ray, whatever.
I'm waiting for that inevitable 5-disc 4K edition.
Yeah.
It's going to happen at some point.
Yeah, it's funny enough. I got the 4-disc Blu-ray edition. I got that a couple years ago, though, so that was before 4K was, all over the place. Right. But yeah, like I said, 7 out of 10, solid movie, good movie. I think it's very cool. And like I said, guys, I highly recommend it. Javier, any final thoughts before we wrap this episode up?
To fight a war, you got to become a war.
Yes. Now, is that the Gremlins quote or is that the Rambo quote?
Yes.
Both. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for joining A Shot Of Rambo 5: Last Blood. We will see you guys next week. Take it easy, everybody.